How do we get into holistic health? This is an increasingly common question. People want to get healthy, but they don't know where to start. So in this video, I'm going to share some tips to help you get started on your holistic health journey. So the biggest premise that I really want to display here is that we want to start where we're at and use what we have, because we can get so overwhelmed with all the fancy tips and tricks out there. So the key is to keep it simple, use the KISS method. Keep it simple, silly. We don't need to upheave every aspect of our life. Because once we do that, we start to create stress on ourselves and then it becomes overwhelming. So let's start with the basics here. And if you haven't seen my Holistic Health for Beginners video, check that out. I'll put the link in the description here, or you can find it up on the tags here. So check that out and we're going to go over the 6 foundation principles of how we can utilize our health. So if you already checked out the video and you're ready for this one, so the best thing that we can do is to start where we're at. And the biggest thing I can recommend is just start moving more. Go for a walk, and that walk can be 5 minutes a day. Start with the little baby steps, because when we talk about the 6 foundation principles of moving, thinking, breathing, nutrition, hydration, and sleep, that's the basis. Move your body a little bit more. Start by going for a walk. That's going to help with the movement side of things, and then we can go down the list. Breathing. Every time you think about it, take a deep, slow, conscious breath in and out through the nose. So breathing in through the nose, making sure that you're filling up the belly, and then letting go. That's second and breathing. Now we're talking about the very basics here. Obviously there's a lot more depth we can go on in a lot of the other videos. And if you do want to see more in depth on certain topics, please let me know in the comments so I can go more in depth on any of these topics here. Then we talk about thinking. How can we improve the quality of our thinking? Because obviously the quality of our thoughts is going to determine the quality of experience that we have here on planet Earth. So with our thoughts, first of all, we want to turn off as much of the negative media as we can. So if you're watching the news and you feel like the news is causing you stress, maybe you should stop watching the news or change your news source. You're not being exposed to negative thought patterns, fear-based thinking all the time. So where can we then replace that with something positive? Maybe that's reading books, maybe that's listening to podcasts, maybe it's watching more high quality YouTube videos, things that are going to help to influence your thoughts for the positive version of you as opposed to the fear-based scarcity and the world is ending type of view. So choose your thoughts, choose your media very carefully. Then we get into nutrition. As I mentioned in the last video, nutrition is so important. It's the fuel that goes into our body. But we don't have to completely upheave everything we've done before, like I've been saying. Start where you're at, use what you have, and start making changes slowly and progressively so that they're sustainable. So maybe you go to the grocery store today or tomorrow, whenever you go to the grocery store, and now you buy one new thing organic. So maybe you were using traditional ketchup. Now you get organic ketchup. Okay, that's a step in the right direction. Or maybe start reading labels. You say, hey, I'm gonna not buy anything that has canola oil. And canola oil is an industrial seed oil that is very harmful for many of us. So I really wanna encourage you to start reading labels and looking for things like canola oil or sugar or buying organic, and choose one thing every time. So maybe this time you're gonna get something that has no sugar in the ingredients. And then next time you go, you're gonna get an organic food. And next time you go, you're gonna get something that doesn't have canola oil instead of your regular item that maybe is not organic, has canola oil, and has added sugar. So you can see that if we take little baby steps, it's gonna make a big difference in the end. Then as it relates to hydration, the best thing we can do is switch to a high quality water. And that could be something as simple, as I mentioned in the last video, is getting a high quality water filter for your shower. And that can cost like $40, not that expensive, because our skin absorbs so much water. If we're getting fluoride and chlorine and all these other chemicals absorbed to our skin, that's hydrating our body with a lot of toxins. So I want to invite you to find a source of high quality spring water or get yourself a high quality filter. I recommend the Berkey filter. Berkey's a really great company. Got some of my friends joke you put swamp water in Berkey's and they'll still filter it out. So high quality water, really important. Drink a little bit more every day, even if it's just one more glass each day. And now sleep. Sleep is a big one. So what can we do to improve the quality of our sleep? So little things that we can do is start by going to bed earlier. And I mentioned these in the last ones, mitigating EMFs, electromagnetic frequencies that are non-native and cause a lot of disruption to our system. You know, dimming the lights before we go to bed is a great way to start with that. You know, as it starts to get to nighttime, starting to turn the lights down, maybe using salt lamps, using candles, or just turning the lights down. You know, we don't need to be blasting our bodies with lights all the time, because if we're being exposed to white lights, you think of nature, the way nature works. If we had a light, that would be the sun, and that would be telling our body to wake up, to stay awake. So by dimming the lights, we're inherently working with nature, getting our circadian rhythm intact, and allowing us to start to slow down as it starts to get to nighttime. Now, another thing you can do is also slowing the mind down. And now we look at all these 6 foundation principles. Get the thoughts calm, get the breathing calm, slow down the movements, make sure you had proper hydration through the day, not drinking too much right before bed, because then you're going to get up to pee. Making sure that you ate plenty of food throughout the day and you're not hungry right before bed, because then your body's focusing on digestion as opposed to sleep and recovery. So really focus on weaving all 6 of these together, and that's where we're going to see some results. But at the end of the day, keep it simple, silly. Start where you're at. Use what you have. Let me know if this helps. I'd love to hear which of these topics you'd like me to go more in depth on, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video.